Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and discuss the pathophysiology of coronary artery disease leading to myocardial infarction. Basically, coronary artery disease main culprit would be atherosclerosis. So causes of dyslipidemia are primary or familial dyslipidemias. They result from genetic defects that cause abnormalities in lipid metabolizing enzymes and abnormal cellular lipid receptors. These are secondary causes of dyslipidemia are disorders like diabetes, hypothyroidism, pancreatitis, and renal nephrosis, as well as medications like diuretics, glucocorticoids, interferons, and antiretrovirals. So medications can also cause dyslipidemias. LDL migration into the vessel wall can lead to oxidation. Oxidation can lead to phagocytosis. Macrophages enter, cause more problems, and are key steps to the pathogenesis of atherosclerosis. LDL plays a role in endothelial injury, inflammation, and immune responses, which causes atherogenesis. In other words, if we have high LDL, we're going to have low HDL and can also lead to coronary risk. As we can see, figure 24.7, progression of atherosclerosis. We see in A, we see damaged endothelium. Section B, we see the diagram of fatty streak and lipid core formation. I'll go more in depth in 24.8 figure. We'll see the next slide. And then we also see the diagram of oxidation low density lipoprotein. Section C, you see diagram of fibrous plaque. Then we see raised are visible. Some are yellow, others are white. D, we have diagram of complicated lesions. So thrombus, you see it's a red that's forming. It's going to be clogging it. We see collagen, which is the blue one. Then we see plaque. And plaque is complicated by red thrombus deposition. And just to go into more of details of what lipoproteins are, but lipoproteins are basically lipids, phospholipids, cholesterol, and triglycerides. And atherosclerosis isn't just caused by one thing, of course. So we see hypertension has a lot to do with endothelial damage, which causes atherogenesis, leads to myocardial hypertrophy to increase myocardial demand eventually, coronary flow, and leads to overactivity of the sympathetic nervous system and the ROS, which is contributed to coronary artery disease. Cigarette smoking. Smoking affects endothelial cells directly and oxygen-free radicals that cause atherogenesis. Which causes peripheral vascular constriction and increased heart rate, cardiac workload, and oxygen demand increase. And LDL increases and then HDL decreases. Diabetes is also a major contributor to atherosclerosis and coronary artery disease. So because endothelium is damaged, walls are eventually thickened and then increased inflammation, therefore increased thrombosis, glycation of vascular proteins, and decreased production of the endothelium-derived vasodilators like nitric oxide and dyslipidemia.